Brand new does not mean correctly built. In the last few years, we have seen an extreme amount of buyers building new construction due to low inventory, wanting a home that needs less maintenance, moving into the suburbs. You know, whatever the reason, if you are looking to buy a home in Houston, then I'm almost certain new builders have come up on your search. And while they do have some benefits, there are a lot of cons and a lot of patterns that I have noticed with new home builds. For those of you new here, I'm Danielle. I'm a realtor in Houston, and I release videos almost daily about practical information you need when buying and selling in Houston. If you're looking to move to the area and would like assistance, feel free to message me. Number one is neighborhood consistency. It is really unfortunate when your top tier builder home is built next to a mid to entry level builder in the same exact neighborhood. It's really not uncommon here to see communities use up to 10 to 20 different builders for the same exact neighborhood, which means that there are varying standards, quality, and patchwork instead of harmony. Number two is construction delay timelines. For a few years, it was supply chain issues, but most of the delays now when it comes to new construction in the Houston area is all about the utilities. If the section that you are building in does not have power, that could easily add on another 3 to 6 months onto your timeline for the build process. Home build delays not only disrupt lives, but they can add to unexpected costs like short-term rentals until the home is fully completed. Number three is lack of transparency in the actual build costs. I have heard so many buyers time and time again get the initial quotes that seem pretty reasonable or the base price, but there are so many costs that are not disclosed up front, or the seller agent really underestimates how much the finished home will cost you. Problem with a new build is that you are buying from a corporation that does not follow the same rules as a traditional real estate, so disclosing things is not mandatory. Number four is increasing costs, and less is included when you build a new construction home. You might expect you are getting more value with a brand new home compared to a resale home because it's new and it's energy efficient, but what I have found recently is that they are taking more and more away in the homes. The homes are getting smaller and there are less standard features included, and the material has definitely cheapened. It's so common now for builders to strip down the basics to advertise a lower starting price when truly you should watch out for what is actually included in your home purchase. Number five is resale value concerns. Not all new homes are a safe bet when it comes to resale. If you are building next to a lot of new construction, your competition will be builders for quite a long time. Also, not all builders and communities are created equal here in the Houston area, where some builders depreciate a lot faster than others, and if there are a lot of mixed reviews about builders and communities, it could potentially turn into a bad investment here. So it is so crucial for you to do your research or get advice from an expert in the area to ensure that you are making a really good investment when it comes to new builds. Number six is limited customizations and also price increases on picking your own designs. Builders are constantly following home design trends, and if you're interested in some new trend or popular color that you are seeing, be prepared to pay a premium for it. I have seen as much as $5,000 for a very small tile change in the bathrooms. It really takes away the idea of picking your own designs because it becomes quite the financial burden to complete the home the way you envision or the way the model home is set up. Number seven is high pressure sales tactics. I have an entire video on the most common high pressure sales tactics home builders use because I have seen them all. It is quite common for sales agents to push you to make decisions to purchase the home as soon as possible, because once you are under contract, there is no turning back without the risk of losing thousands of dollars. So before you go under contract, make sure you understand what you are signing, when you're going to close, and an estimate of what the home will fully cost to build it. Number eight is unqualified subcontractors. This is also becoming really common. It really doesn't matter who the builder is because the bottom line is the quality of your new home is going to heavily depend on who actually builds it. Unfortunately, some builders cut corners by hiring unqualified subcontractors. This, of course, leads to poor craftsmanship that will end up causing you many issues for years to come. I cannot stress this enough. Make sure you get a home inspection before closing, as well as before your 1-year warranty is up. It can save you so much money in the long run. Number 9 is overselling the home quality. If you've ever seen those fast food burger ads and then the actual real thing, this is kind of the same thing, because some builders tend to do the same thing by overselling the product and under-delivering. Number 10 is inadequate project management and oversight. I have personally dealt with this even with some of the highest tier builders. The reality is that when you are building a home, it's really hard to predict how the process will turn out, because every community and every section you are building in can be a completely different experience. If you don't have a construction manager who has been in the business for a while, or you have one that is expected to manage too many homes at once, you will need to expect mistakes and delays, and you will have to do a lot more follow-up and communication throughout the build process. Since there have been a lot of labor shortages recently and the increase of inventory, the demand on builders has become more and more of a problem. Number 11 is lack of communication through the build process. Oh my goodness, this is a pet peeve of mine. Sales agents try to update once a week if you are lucky, but they have a lot of parties in the dark, which can lead to a lot of confusion. They won't follow up on whether issues are being addressed. They will not confirm dates. It can really lead to a lack of trust in the builder when no one is giving adequate updates on the progress of the home. And when issues arise, which issues always arise in the home build process, it can be sometimes difficult to get follow-ups. And number 12 is failure to honor warranties. It is becoming so common for builders to not honor the warranties. Minor issues that should be resolved quickly, like leaky windows or faulty wiring, can take weeks to months for the builder to fulfill. They are also stripping some things away from the warranties. There used to be a lot of cosmetic issues that they used to fix in the first couple of weeks of moving in, and that is not the case anymore. Please read your warranty carefully and understand what is covered and what is not. They usually don't review this with you until about 10 days prior to closing, but if it were me, I'd ask about this before signing the dotted line. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe, as it helps the algorithm know that this is good information. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.